Good.
You guys probably guessed it. He's got an American accent. Now, it's actually that very distinctive bark with a large mane that the males can develop, which is what first inspired the name sea lion. And today, well, you've heard us talk a lot about our seals. And we know a lot about the individuals that we have here at the zoo. But there's still a lot that we don't know about the life that's out there in our oceans. And there are a few common misconceptions out there about seals. One of those is they're lazy animals and all they do every day is just eat and sleep. Now, you're a pretty big crowd. I'm going to ask you something this afternoon. Put your hands up if you're one of those people who think seals are just lazy animals. Yeah, there's a few hands going up out there. It's a very easy mistake to make. If you've been lucky enough to see seals out there in the wild, there's probably a good chance you would have seen them hauled out on the beaches, maybe on some rocks. They were probably just lounging around. Great day like today. Yeah, even a spot of sunbaking. And while Mitchie may appear very relaxed, a relaxed looking seal, they're often on high alert. You see, seal colonies can be busy places. Tensions, they can run a little high. It's very important for seals, and especially the big bulls like Mitchie, to always keep their eyes open and watch their back at all times. And that's because a bigger and louder seal, well, they'll come along and act tough. So it's much easier for the smaller seals if they simply stay out of the way. And that way only the stronger seals get to pass on their genes. I'm sure you'll agree, Mitchie's pretty impressive at almost 200 kilos in weight, and they can actually get quite a bit bigger than this as well. And even at those very large sizes, they're incredibly strong and powerful. Isn't that right, Mitchie? Good, buddy. Well, as you can see, when it comes down to it, seals do just love to play. And it's when you see a group of seals that play together that you get a good sense of how perfectly designed they are for life in the water. These underwater acrobats are beautifully streamlined, they're lightning fast, and they're very strong. And if you put those three things together, you get something a little bit like this. Nicely done from Mitchie. What do you reckon, guys? That was pretty impressive. Well, Mitchie hasn't finished for his showing off for you all this afternoon. He's going to come back out and he's going to do another behaviour that's relatively new for Mitchie. But we're going to need your help for this. I actually need a volunteer who can help me out. And I need someone fairly tall and someone who doesn't mind perhaps getting a little bit wet today. Oh, we've got lots of hands up. I tell you what, how about we go? We'll go on the end here, the black hat, second row from the back. Come on down to the front for me. How about a round of applause for my volunteer? First of all, you don't mind getting a little bit wet? No, that's all right. All right. If you want, you can pop your bag down on the stairs and then just stand directly in front of me here. Now, Mitchie's going to show you his jumping ability, but I need you to tell him when and where to jump. So he's going to go to the top of the wharf, and then on your signal, he's going to jump into the pool, leap out in front of you, and touch that buoy hanging above the pool. Now that is roughly around 4.5 meters above the water surface. It's a pretty big jump for an animal that's almost 200 kilos in weight. So what I need you to do for me is on the count of 3, throw both hands up in the air, and with a big loud voice, call out jump Mitchie. Alright? Mitchie, you can head to the top. Good boy. Alright, he's ready to go. So if you're ready, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Mitchie, did you hear that? He said no. I tell you what, I'll give you a helping hand this time. And this time on the count of 3, everyone as loud as you can call out jump Mitchie. Don't forget to still throw your hands up, that's his cue to jump. So if we're all ready to try once more this afternoon, fingers crossed that it works. 1, 2, 3. A big round of applause for my volunteer. Not a bad go, already just missed. We'll have to keep practicing on that later on. Well, today we have taken a peek into the incredible world of some marine mammals that have long inhabited the oceans of our Earth. Now their future, well, it largely depends on the decisions that we make today. So we need you to speak for our seals. Spread the word about sustainable seafood, and remember that your choices, well, they can make a positive difference to our marine environment. And if you'd like to learn a little bit more at the end of the show, come on down and meet one of our keepers and pick up your free wallet-sized sustainable seafood guide to take home. We'll start today by taking your seafood guide up to Cafe Harbourview, which is Australia's first MSC certified cafe. Show them your seafood guide and you'll get 10% off your purchase of MSC certified fish. But on behalf of myself and Mitchie, Lexi and Mel, all the seals and staff here at Seal Theatre, thanks for coming along to Great Southern Oceans today. I hope you enjoyed meeting some of these amazing animals and have a great day of discovery here at Taronga Zoo. Bye for now.